let's just begin with how exciting is it to have the NBA Finals here in town ready to go?
Oh, it's a very exciting time for us. The Seas Nation, they are happy. The team is happy. And, you work your whole life for this. And you work your whole life for this. And the last time they was in the finals, they lost. And so it's you want to learn from your mistakes. And now that you're back, you want to cherish this moment.
How much do you think, you guys went through it in 2008, but how much do you think experience will help this particular group of Celtics?
I think experience is going to help them tremendously because they brought in Drew Holiday, which got championship experience and a sense of calm about him in these big games. And you got Tatum that's been there now, Brown that's been there. And we got White and everybody that locks down on defense and just excited for the opportunity. So it's going to be real good, and it's going to be a joy to watch and to see how they focus on this game at hand.
Speaking of Tatum, his legacy has been talked about a lot. He talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
How do you look at the legacy of Jayson Tatum if he wins a championship, doesn't win a championship this year?
If he wins a championship this year, he should be put on the pedestal just like everybody else has been put on the pedestal. Like they say, if Luka win or if he didn't win, he's still going to be number one. But if Tatum don't win, that's going to be more scrutiny to him. More people going to be able to talk, try to say something. But to give you an example, Tatum done a very good job of handling himself, and then getting his team back to the finals is a tremendous feat. And you just got to go out there and play hard, and everything else will take care of itself.
How different is it, too, because it's Boston, and Boston measures by championships, right? By rings.
Yes, it's Boston, and the fans out there, Seas Nation, they want rings. The organization want rings. It's not good enough if you just get to the championship. It's all about winning. That's with my 08 team. And they have an opportunity, and I told them this before. When my 08 team was there, we looked up and seen our blank banner we used to hang, and we said, how long has it been before we won a championship? Since we won a championship. And it's been like 20 years. And now they got an opportunity to do the same thing and see how long it's been since they won a championship. It's been since my 08 team.
Tatum has certainly been a complete player in these playoffs. What advice would you give him going into the finals?
Advice I give to Tatum is just to relax. You know what you can do. You know your work. You've been working for this all your life, and now you've been there before, and now that you're here now again, you just let the game come to you. Don't force nothing. Let it come to you, and you'll be just fine.
You guys were on a mission from day one in 2008.
Yes.
How do you feel like this same group or this group of Celtics is when it comes to that mission? Because Al Horford has been saying they've been consistent, and if you look at them from day one, best record in the NBA.
Yes.
12-2 in the playoffs, 6-2 at home, and 6-0 on the road, and they've won three. They're 3-0 in series clinching games. So they seem like they get it in everything that they need to do to check off a box.
Yes, they're very consistent. They play for one another. And I said that's a strong suit because when my 08 team, we had a phrase, we had a saying, Ubuntu. I can't be all I can be without the next person being all he or she can be. And that's what they seem like they playing for. It seemed like they playing for each other, playing together, playing to win. And don't matter about the accolades. Anybody can get the accolades, but you want to win the game. That's the main thing. And I see this team building on that.
And game one tonight, home court, it was big with you guys in 2008. You guys went 7 games the first 2 series with Atlanta and Cleveland.
It was rough.
But home court was, I think you were 13-1 on home court during those playoffs.
Yes, it's important. It's important. And everybody know out there, it's important to take care of home. If you take care of home, let everything else will fall into place because they got to beat you at your home first before they can win a championship. So if you just win all your home games, you win. And that's what we got to realize. But we want to get something better than that. We want to end this in 6. But if we don't, take care of your home. And that's always most important.
Some final thoughts. Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Great player. Does so many things, has great vision.
Yes.
How do you defend him if you're Joe Mazzulla and this Celtics team?
It is tough to defend Luka. Luka is almost unguardable, right? Because he brings the big up in the pick and roll. Now, if you try to double him, he finds the open man all the time, especially with them lobs he got with his young guys that jumps over the rim. And now, if you try to take away that, and he got it laying by himself, if you go one-on-one, he's usually got the favorable matchup in his favor. So it's a lot to deal with Luka. And going back to my 08 experience, When we play Kobe, we just said we're not going to stop him. But what we're going to do is make him take contested twos and try to bring his field goal percentage down just a tick and see how they fare then. And that's what you only can hope for.
All right, the Garden has been loud. You know that. The booing is going to be big time with Kyrie coming back. With all the sage and the stomping on Lucky, I think they're 0-13. Kyrie is at the Garden since he stomped on Lucky. What do you think the atmosphere is going to be like with him, the reception with him, and how will he play through that?
Yeah, I think the atmosphere is going to be crazy with him because of those past transactions he made. But he says he's a changed person. But
do you believe him?
I have to take him as his word for it. But the people of C's Nation, they are not forgiving people. They do not forgive or forget, and they remember what happened before. So they're going to boo. I expect that. I told them as their judge and president, I let them know that they can boo. It's okay to boo. You're a fan base. But just don't do nothing crazy. And nothing means nothing like, to get you kicked out the game because I can't help you. But other than that, I think Kyrie is going to handle it well. He's not even going to be worried about the fan situation like that. He's going to be worried about helping his team out there on the court.
And explain what you mean by Celtics judge. You have a TV show.
Yeah.
Tell us all about that. How exciting is that for you?
Yes, it's very exciting. It's a show that's coming out on X and right now, and we're going to look to further it along later. But we judge the media. We judge bad takes. I'm talking about bad takes. It got to be awful. And if it's awful, it's going to land on my table. And what happened today is that I had a court case coming up for a certain somebody, but then they put another case on my table for Kendrick Perkins. And so I had to bring him in for questioning. I talked to him already, but now I re-released the official arrest warrant for him. And so we will be handing that out to him, and he will be coming into my courtroom. Judge Powe, president of C's Nation, you already know. And your judge and president. That's it. That's all it is.
How's Perk?
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Perk is good. Perk is good. He called me. I told him, Perk, you know what I'm saying? We got to judge you for your past transactions. We got to judge you for that. And then other than that, the jury going to decide. The jury is C's Nation. They're going to decide. I'm just the judge. I'm the overseer. And I do the sentencing. So don't want to come see Judge Powe. You do not want to see Judge Powe.
Lastly, Porzingis.
Yes.
The X factor here.
Yeah.
How big can he be, especially with pick and roll, especially with what they're trying to do? How important is it for him to be a part of this here?
Yeah, it's very important for Porzingis to get Porzingis out there on the court to be a part of this because of that pick and roll action. Now, we put him in a pick and roll with Tatum. We put him in with Brown or anybody. Sometimes teams are forced to switch. And they don't want to do that because we've been taking advantage of the mismatch. We've been going to Porzingis on the post, and he's been one of the highest post scorers in the league since we've been doing that. And so now, if they don't switch, if they try to double the Tatum or Brown, and then now you got to have a rotating guy to rotate to Porzingis. But now with that, Porzingis takes 2 or 3 steps back from the three-point line, so that rotation is way harder. You're not going to get there. He's 7'3". It's an unguardable situation that he's going to put your defense in. So that's what you look forward to if he's out there on the court.
Judge.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for
having me. Good luck in the
me.
courtroom.
Thank you.